All right, so hand warmers. For those of you new to fighting games, hand warmers is kind of akin to shadow boxing. You know, both players getting the kinks worked out per se, getting their hands warmed up, one might add. And this is going for a good 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, definitely don't need more than 30 seconds for a hand warmer.
No, that's okay. I mean, we did have 10,000 people watching just for the hand warmer, and they're like, oh, real Smash is starting? They turned it off. Took their computers and threw them in the garbage can. Ooh, we are getting ready to go right now. Spire fan, the Yoshi hometown favorite, against the Eternal Band, the Exile, the one who must not be named, Adam Bereto-kun. Okay, so right now they're using their X's to destroy the stages one by one, and they don't even want to play. So they're gonna. So what happens is when both players, fun fact about PvP, when both players mark out all the stages, they have to go out back and fight 3 rounds bare knuckle boxing. Spire fan's undefeated, by the way, in that he's got a mean left hook. But anyway, let's get into the match. So both these characters super mobile.
Yeah.
Who would you say has got the match advantage given the stage selected, Watson?
You know, I've never seen this matchup before. I think I would give the advantage to Yoshi, just because he has such stronger options in neutral, in general.
So what will Psyko have to do, the Squirtle player, to overcome some of the weaknesses where Yoshi might have the advantage? And right now, just Yoshi just having his way, the poor little water type. Okay,
so Squirtle is going to have to be very aware of Yoshi's double jump cancel, because Yoshi's second jump has armor, so Yoshi can basically armor his way into an aerial.
And armor means that he can just take a hit without taking any sort of hit stun whatsoever.
Yeah, like he still takes damage, but he takes no hit stun and no knockback.
Okay.
So Squirtle's going to have to be super aware of that. He's going to have to do a lot of baiting and punishing, because it's hard for him to just straight up approach Yoshi.
And Yoshi is heavier, so it is kind of hard to knock him out. You know, it takes a lot more to put on him before he's going to kiss the edge of the stage.
Yeah, Yoshi is deceptively heavy. Despite not being a very big character, he's one of the heaviest characters in the game.
Now, if you've been carrying around a fat Italian on your back for the last, 15 plus years, you might be pretty strong too.
Yeah. Oh, that was really good shield pressure. The thing about Yoshi's egg roll there is if you break out of the egg right next to your opponent when they're shielding, it has so much shield stun. So, like, you just have, like, the opportunity to apply so much pressure to their shield.
Now, I feel like, is Yoshi always this mobile as a character, or is this some of Spire fans' own playstyle kind of showing through?
So Yoshi has, in my opinion, one of the best dash dances in the game. But Spire fan definitely is really good at utilizing it.
Seems like he's able to almost one-for-one some of Squirtle's somewhat erratic movement on stage.
Yeah.
He's just getting all that tail work in there.
When he gets the ground pound. The nice thing about it in this game compared to Melee is that it has a rising hitbox that kind of pops you up into the second hit. In Melee, you kind of just have to get a hard read to get the butt stomp on people.
And eggs all over the stage right now.
Ooh, and that was an excellent recovery mix up by Spire fan.
What kind of things have to go right in this kind of a situation for Psyko to even hope to come back at a 2-1 deficit, looking at 9% already on the board?
He's going to have to be really patient. And
so right now, so far, but this is one of those situations where Spire doesn't need to make doesn't need to make too great a risks. He can kind of sit back and let him hang himself.
Yeah. I think when Spire fan is in his shield, I want to see more grabs from Psyko, because it is like really dangerous to hit Yoshi's shield, because not only does he have the best shield in the game, now for the first time ever, he can jump out of it. And because of his double jump cancel, Yoshi's second jump dips low to the ground, unlike other double jump cancel characters. So essentially, Yoshi can perform any action, grounded or aerial, out of shield.
And SpiderFan definitely making use of that.
Yeah.
All right, so I know my microphone was pretty much dead during my last round of commentary, but we talked a little bit about what it takes to counterpick, what part of the thought process is. So both players here opting to stick with their same characters. What does Squirtle need skill-wise to get an advantage over Yoshi?
I'm not really sure, because
they kind of look like they're both even play styles.
Yeah.
Like as far as the characters move around the stage.
Yeah, like in terms of playstyle, Yoshi kind of does the same thing Squirtle does, but better.
By the way, this level is annoying.
Yeah.
This level is annoying to look at.
The only time I like this level is like I know Melee players don't like it, so I like to take them there just because it makes them uncomfortable.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the background.
Yeah.
I always hope in my heart of hearts that one of those stray lasers just comes through and annihilates the stage and just blows it apart. So then there's like, no more Smash now. Or they just play in like space and everybody's like 200% more floaty. And it's just death on both sides.
So in the chat, Dad, a Squirtle player from Oklahoma, says Squirtle would want a big stage. See, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, because...
Do they get much bigger than Final Destination that we just saw, though, as far as...
I think in terms of Blast Zones, I think Dreamland is the only bigger stage than that.
Oh, okay.
But see, I'm not sure if I necessarily agree with Squirtle wanting a bigger stage, because...
Well, the reasoning given is big stage, Squirtle can run circles around Yoshi, and I mean that makes sense. I feel like they both move pretty similar. And speaking, I guess if you want to call it a stage counter pick or not, but we've got Psyko now up on SpiderFan 1 stock at 109%. But that didn't last very long at all. I mean, that was like what? That was one up smash, and it was lights out.
Well, see, what I was gonna say about not wanting a bigger stage is that Yoshi will live so long already. He's so heavy, and like. A smart Yoshi will be like, is hard to gimp because they know how to mix up their recovery.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like I said, I'm not super well versed in this matchup because I've never seen it, and I don't play either of these characters. I mean, I messed around with Yoshi a little bit when he was first released, but he was clearly not the character for me.
It's interesting for me to watch SpiderFan play a character that has such an aggressive attack style to him, because I know SpiderFan from Ultra Street Fighter 4, and playing T-Hawk is a much more patient, reserved, weight back, and then bomb you into the grass. And this Yoshi is just all over him right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a strange juxtaposition to go from a grappler to playing Yoshi, who's probably like one of the most rushed down characters in this game.
So it looks like the stage, SpiderFan pulling ahead 3-2 here. I'm just trying to think of something, what Psyko can do to keep this momentum going in the right direction. I mean, already 150%. It doesn't look like Yoshi is like much. Okay, there's finally slow down.
He gets that kill, that good punish on the ground pound that SpiderFan threw out kind of recklessly there.
It seemed to me whoever gets the so when a character comes back in the stage, the first person to take damage of that seems to have kind of sets the momentum for the kind of mini inner rounds, if you will, between stocks. And like I said, Yoshi got that first hit right off the bat. It kind of set the pace. But just as I say that, Psyko coming all the way back here and really giving him a run for his money right into that shell.
Yeah. Percents are relatively even right now, though, so almost completely even.
So movement, execution. I mean, not movement, execution. I mean, the obvious factor for anything in fighting games, but movement more than anything seems to be the great equalizer here. The speed and when they can outmaneuver each other. Great sequence right there by Psyko. Oh, doesn't get that punish.
He gets the up air though.
And just like, I mean, the thing is, like, if Squirtle gets that up air right there, is Yoshi out at 99%?
No, Squirtle's up air is not super strong.
So, question from chat, question fire. Overall, who do you think wins the matchup?
I don't know if you're asking me or if you're asking Dad. I mean, Dad would probably know more than I do because he plays Squirtle. In my opinion, Yoshi.
I feel like Yoshi wins the match like what, maybe 6-4? And it might get closer to 5.5 depending on character, depending on the player.
Yeah, I'd definitely say so. And Spire Fan takes that set.